It's time for the Glendale Devotional Podcast, a 5-minute weekday devotional ministry from Glendale Baptist Church in Glenn, Mississippi. The speaker is John Haynes. Now, here is Brother John.
Well, happy Tuesday to you. I hope that everything's going well for you today. As we study Psalm 90 today, I pray that you would understand just how short life is. So make the most out of every day. We want to look at the brevity of all people. Verses 3 through 6. Life is short. Moses gave examples of the shortness of life. The first is dust. He gives a second example and symbol of the brevity of life. Verse 4 says, "For 1,000 years in your sight are like yesterday when it is past, and like a watch in the night." We may not be as familiar with that today, but there have always been people who have kept watch over a group of people. Typically, a night watch was about 3 hours. So, we can ascertain and know from the Word of God that time really means nothing to God. It means everything to us, doesn't it? We base our whole lives on time. The preacher said in Ecclesiastes 3, verses 1 through 8, "To everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. You have a birthday and you have a death date. A time to plant and a time to pluck what is planted, a time to harvest. There's a time to kill and a time to heal." I wonder if there's anybody here today that second part of that sentence really means a lot to you. There is a time to heal. You've been through some stuff. Man, your heart needs to heal, and you still haven't gotten over some of the scars of your life. There is a time to kill, but there is also a time to heal. There is a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. There's a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones. There's a time for embracing, or a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. There is a time to gain and there is a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to throw away. There is a time to tear and a time to sow. There is a time to keep silence and a time to speak. There's a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. We base everything we do on time. But with God, there really is no need for time. There is a time to review your life and see some very important things. I hope that today you will review your life and realize just how short it is. Kids and teenagers, you think you won't ever get to the age to where you can go to work or vote or have a family or have your own responsibilities. Trust me, those days are coming. Just be patient. Consider this. What if the next 20 years goes by as fast as the last 20 years has gone in your life? It's really a wake-up call for us to consider the blessings of God, to say, "Lord, help me to live each day. Help me to live and bask in your love." There is also a time to consider God's great love for you. Thanks so much for listening to the Glendale Devotional Podcast. Don't forget, tomorrow, Brother Ron Plymel of Greener Grass Ministries and Horsemanship will have Wrangling Wednesday right here on the Glendale Devotional Podcast. Please join him then. My prayer for you is the same each day. Have a good and godly day.
Thank you for listening each afternoon at 12:05 on Fun 91 for the Glendale Devotional Podcast, presented by Glendale Baptist Church. To learn more about Glendale Baptist Church, please visit their website, gbcglen.com. Their mailing address is P.O. Box 70, Glenn, Mississippi 38846.